Hello again and welcome to part 7, the final installment in this series of video tutorials showing you how to create kitchen plans using Microsoft Word. We're going to pick up where we left off in part 6. We're actually going to break this last lesson up into two just to keep file size a reasonable kind of size. So this is part 7a, and as I say, we're going to pick up where we left off in part 6. We've got the outline that we created before, and just for a bit of realism, I've added a window on this long wall here, and I've left an opening for a doorway. So let's get started straight away. I'm going to start adding some units and appliances, and I'm going to start off with a hob. Now we're going to make a couple of assumptions here. First being that the sink is where it previously was, next to the window, which is common in most houses, and that the gas supply was on this wall where my cursor is at the moment. So that's where I'm going to start off, and that's where I'm going to put our hob. So most standard 4-burner hobs are 600 millimeters square. We'll forget for now that you get 5-burner hobs, which tend to be 700 millimeters long, and we'll just go with a more common variety at the moment. So let's just put some circles in there to represent the burners. Now these don't have to be highly accurate, because at the end of the day this is just a representation, so that either you or your fitter know that that's where the hob's going to go. So either side of the hob, we're going to put a couple of 300 base units. Now to be fair, I have the advantage of having given this a little bit of thought, and just so I know what the plan is going to be. Obviously you wouldn't be quite as quick as this, but I really just want to show that it's not difficult to put these things together. So that's just got the middle of that end wall done, and what we're going to move on to now is putting in some corner units. Now I'm going to put 1,000 corner base unit in here with a 500 door. Now because it's a 1,000 base with a 500 door, and a standard worktop is 600 wide, I'm going to have to move this unit 100 millimeters off the back wall here, which is going to create a void underneath the worktop which will never be seen 100 millimeters wide. And just to represent that, I'm going to create a little box there so that I can format it, and I'm going to shade that in a particular way. So I'm going to go to Format, Auto Shape, Colors and Lines, Color, Fill Effects. I'm going to click on the Pattern tab. I'm going to have that hatching design there. I'm going to OK that. Moving on to the other side, I'm going to do the same, but again, just add a bit of realism to this. I'm actually going to put in a pipe box in the corner, which again is very common in a lot of houses in the UK, and that may well be the waste pipe from the bathroom upstairs. So we'll colour that, just so that we know that it's a fixed feature and there's nothing we can do with it. So we have to live with that there. So that dictates to an extent what we're going to do base unit wise. And this time we're going to use an 800 corner base unit with a 400 door. So let's get some doors on here just so that we know what we're doing. Okay, so let's have a door on the 300 unit there, another one there, and one there. Okay, the next unit we're going to put in is a 600 3-pan drawer base unit, and that's going to go there. Now to do drawers, what I'm going to do is just do this first of all out in the middle of the drawing, so I've got some sort of free space if you like, and I'll show you the way that these are commonly represented. Okay, I'm going to draw a rectangle with a smaller rectangle inside it like that, and then I'm going to put in a couple of little diagonal lines, up to one there to that corner, and one there to that corner, and then I'm going to put a highlighting box around it all so that every element of that little object is highlighted. I'm going to right click and click copy, then I'm going to click paste, and I'll move that over to there, and I'll right click and click paste again, and I'll put that there, and then I'll put a highlighting box around them all so I can move them where I want to, and that's going to be right there. Okay, that finishes off part 7a for now, and we'll see you soon in part 7b.